Good evening, good morning, and welcome to a Triple B Wrestling Review. That's right, you know it. Triple B just turned 3, which means it's WrestleMania season because we launched this show on night 1 of WrestleMania 3 years ago. And hey, we're going to talk WrestleMania and predictions tonight. It's me, your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here as always with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, you ready to make some predictions?
You know what? We might as well just get this over with. It's WrestleMania season. Now, I guess we could, I don't know, just do night one.
I think we should.
2 nights.
Well, here's the problem, Kidder. And as I go scrambling because I realized I need to jot these predictions down. The problem is we don't know, or I guess I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do we know what's on night 1 and what's on night 2? Because sometimes it's been a little bit of a surprise as to what's where. And so if we don't know for sure, we might have to do them all.
For the most part, however, night 2 hinges on night 1.
Well, then we might as well lock in all of the predictions, would be my guess. Yeah. And okay. Kidder, I'll put it this way. We'll lock in all of our predictions, but we'll reserve the right that when we do the live episode, and that's right, you can tune in after night 1 of WrestleMania. We will be giving our reactions live. I will reserve the right for either of us to change our prediction in whatever match hinges on night 1 based off the results. So, if that makes sense.
Sure. Asterisk. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, bonus. Well, I don't know if you want to explain the rules.
I can explain it real quick. For those who don't know, Kidder and I have been watching pay-per-views together now for like 10 some years. You know, that we've been able to actually see since the dawn of the WWE network. We've
10 years ago.
Yeah, we've been able to watch pay-per-views together. We decided to make those pay-per-views a little bit more interesting, so we make predictions on who we think is going to win each match. And in doing so, we compete for the now defunct WWE pay-per-view bragging rights. If I'm not mistaken, Kidder, going into Mania, you are the holder of bragging rights. So this is my chance to steal it back. I don't know. Oh, hey, let's see. No, actually, I'm holding bragging rights. What the hell?
There you go.
I won it on the last AEW.
Yep.
I guess that means I got glory. Anyway. So I'm holding on to them, but can I keep them through WrestleMania? That's what we were about to determine. We have some fun with this. We do also sometimes make some bonus predictions, things that, hey, could this happen? We don't know. But if you get it right, it's a bonus point. All right. I think that's the rules. So, Kidder, break us down.
Bonus question. Will Stone Cold Steve Austin appear in person? Yes.
I've heard a lot of rumor about him being there. A lot of possibilities of him being there. You know what? I'm going to be hopeful. I will agree with you. Stone Cold will be there.
Okay. Any other bonus questions right at the top of your mind?
You know what? I have not really looked at the card. So if any pop into my head, I'll throw them out as we go. But I don't know enough about what's going on to give you any other bonus question.
All right. Fine. Well, here we go. Night 1 of the almost stupendous show of WrestleMania 40, the 10-year anniversary to when I attended WrestleMania in New Orleans. Such good food. First match on the card out of 7 for night 1 for the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley, the champion, versus Becky Lynch. I'll just go out on a limb and Becky Lynch's contract coming due. I'll say that she beats Rhea.
Ah. Good pick. Good pick. I'm going to actually say that Rhea Ripley retains. Because she's been very popular. I don't see a reason to take the title off of her right now. Keep it on. Keep it going. That'd be my view.
Yes. Bonus question. Does Damian Priest cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase? Which I don't know if it expires, but whatever. He still has it.
That is a good bonus question. I'm going to say that there is a cash-in.
And successful?
That's a tough one. I'm going to say yes.
Okay. And this goes between night 1 and night 2?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I will say yes for a cash-in and no for success.
Okay. Got it.
Match number 2 for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history for the WWE, versus Sami Zayn. I will pick Sami Zayn to win.
That's a good pick, and I really do like Sami Zayn. One of my favorites. I just don't think he needs the push that beating Gunther is going to give somebody. He's been the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Whoever takes that from him, that's an instant push, and so I don't think Sami Zayn needs that. So I'm going to say that Gunther retains.
All right. Next is the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship. And it's also listed as Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship instead of the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship. Teams include the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, your current champions, versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, versus the awesome Truth, Miz and R-Truth. Yes, they're back together. Versus the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, versus the New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Yes. I'm going to go out on a limb and go with the Awesome Truth.
I mean, that's a good pick. However, I'm going to go, Kidder, one of my favorite tag team matches of all time was FTR versus, at the time they were known as the Revival, versus DIY. I'm going to go with DIY. I was a big fan of them as a tag team, so I'm going to go out on a limb there.
Okay.
I'm probably going to do a penalty shot for that one. Have a feeling.
There's lots of limbs in that match, and we'll see. Because those men have families. Next is Jey versus Jimmy, Uso versus Uso. I'm going to swerve and pick Jey.
Which one goes yeet?
Jimmy.
I'll take Jimmy. Kidder, I just want to throw this out here. We so far only have 2 picks that are the same.
Anybody's card.
I'm just saying, one of us could easily have a really good night. One of us could easily have a really bad night. The way this is,
Probably me.
don't
All
sell
right,
yourself short.
6-woman tag team match. This is 3-on-3. It is Team Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. I will choose Team Belair, Cargill, Naomi.
You know me, I like Asuka. Big fan of Asuka. However, I think that they are putting a lot in Jade Cargill. They want her to be successful. I think they're going to give her a WrestleMania win right off the bat. So I am also picking Team Jade.
Okay. Match number 6 on the card. Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominik Mysterio in a tag team match. I will pick Mysterio and Andrade.
I'm right there with you on that. I think that Dominik has gotten all the heat he can off of beating his dad. It's time for him to get Ray to get a little payback, get some cheers. It'll be a feel good moment at that point. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. The likely headliner for night 1 is a tag team match featuring the bloodline of The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Mathone, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. It's a tag team match. If Rhodes and Rollins win, all members of the bloodline will be barred from ringside during the night 2 match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. If Rock and Reigns win, the championship match on night 2 will be held under bloodline rules, which means that anything goes and all the bloodline members will be there. And The Rock is going to beat the crap out of Cody Rhodes. So I'll go out on a limb that it's the bloodline.
That's not much of a limb because I'm joining you on that. I think that they have the better stipulation. Like, truthfully, if you were to ask me what I'd want for that night 2 main event, I kind of want this bloodline match. I kind of want it anything goes, because when we get to that point and my pick, I think it just is a better story if Cody wins if he had to, overcome all of those odds. Whereas if you ban them, meh, that's less of a challenge for him to overcome. So
right.
I'm going with storytelling. That's plus it also then guarantees you get the Rock Night too.
Okay.
So.
Any other bonus questions showing up in your mind?
I got it. I got a very good one, a very tough one. Okay. Who gets pinned in that main event? Who takes the pin? Because if you look at it, who you have in there, you got Seth Rollins, who's got to defend his title the next night against Drew McIntyre. So do you have him get pinned and look weak? You have Cody Rhodes, who's also competing for a title. Do you have him get pinned to further that storyline of how great of a challenge this is? Do you have The Rock get pinned? I mean, that would be interesting. Or do you have Roman get pinned so that there's the question of, is he weak?
Well, of course, with us, we chose the bloodline to win. So that would mean either Seth or Cody.
Yeah.
I'll choose Cody.
That's who I was thinking as I laid out all of my those options. What I think makes the best story. Cody takes the pin night 1, wins it night 2. The people cheer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a good story, and I could also be totally wrong on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Night 2. Seth
I'm-
Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus Drew McIntyre. I really think this is going to be the cash-in match, and so it's going to be screwy. So, since I said no, Seth Rollins, I said no. That is to him winning, Damian Priest winning.
Yeah. So you're picking Seth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they'd probably do the rule where it becomes a triple threat match if he cashes in during it, because they've done that before. But they've also stopped the match and then started the other match. It's WWE rules, so anything goes.
Yeah, well, and here's the other interesting thing about this Drew McIntyre Seth Rollins match is what is the CM Punk element? What's
Mm-hmm.
Punk gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Or how's he gonna be involved? He's in this kind of, I could see you have the match finishing and Punk somehow being involved in this cash in some way, shape, or form. Not like in a partnership with the Judgment Day, but you have somebody like either Seth or Drew win, and then Punk comes out, hits a GTS. Damian Priest runs out, does the cash in, and gets it.
That sounds awfully good. And so with that, I'm going to modify my answer that Drew McIntyre will win that match. And then there's the cash in and CM Punk intervenes. And then Damian Priest will take over. Well, that doesn't make any sense either, because I said that he wouldn't win.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Drew
with
McIntyre
Seth.
retains then.
Okay, you're going with Drew on
Whatever.
that. I'm going with Seth because there's a pretty strong hatred between Seth and CM Punk already.
But also there's a huge one between McIntyre and Punk now.
I
So
know.
it can go either way.
It very much could. So you know what? If you're going Drew, I'll go with Seth. One of us will be right. This is why you know that this is actually probably going to be a good WrestleMania, is because there's so many of these matches that could go either way and still tell an awesome story. So it's good.
Next on the card, singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. Your champion Io Sky versus Bayley. I will choose Bayley on this because I feel she really needs a win.
Yeah, I'm the same, actually. I think that Bayley has kind of been out of the title picture for a while. And I think a win, I think there's more you can do with it. So, yeah.
Okay. Next match, LA Knight. Yeah. Versus AJ Styles. I will go with LA Knight. Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. And that's mostly because I just like LA Knight. And I'd like to see them do more with him. And I think winning here at Mania will help continue keep his push alive. And hopefully he gets back in the title picture sooner.
Okay. Next, triple threat match, WWE United States Championship. Triple threat. Logan Paul, your champion of worthlessness, versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. This one's tough for me because I love both KO and Randy Orton, as Randy Orton has been since he returned to WWE. KO has more recently held the U.S. title, and so I'll pick Orton.
It's a good pick. That's a good pick. I'd love to see Orton hold it. I'd love to see KO hold it. I just think that they like Logan Paul too much, and I think it's going to be Logan Paul. I'm not happy about it. I just think that's where they're going to go.
Right. Unless Logan Paul wants to sponsor this and Prime wants to sponsor this show, our show, Beer, Blues, and BS.
I would drink a Prime if he did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We could get cred. It's a South Park related joke there, which I know you haven't seen. But yeah. Anyway, next match. It is a 6-man tag team Philadelphia street fight. The Pride, Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, and B-Fab versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, Akam, and Razar with Scarlett and Paul Ellering. I'll go with the Final Testament on this one.
I'll take Pride. I don't care about this match. I don't really care about anybody who's in this match. I'm just going to pick
Ellering. What did he do to you?
Actually, Paul Ellering's actually probably the one person I do like. That's because he was the manager for the Road Warriors back in the day.
I'm saying.
But everybody else, like the feud between like Karrion Kross and like Bobby Lashley, I forget. I saw somewhere has been going on for like 8 months or something like that. It's like some ridiculous amount of time. And so like, I just don't care. So anyway, I'll just go with that so that, hey, I might get a point.
Perfect. Final match, night 2. According to this, anyway, it is the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, with the stipulation to be determined as a result of night 1's main event. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Think we figured out who I'm choosing, and that would be my son, the son of a plumber, my son, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and if you've been paying attention to what I've been saying, I have kind of been making an argument for a great storyline for Cody. So I'm in that same boat. And it'll be interesting to see. Do we get the finish of the story, or do we get the finish of like inning 3 or 4? I forget where Roman is in his like 9-inning plan.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. How will we do? Well, you'll just have to tune in, either to WrestleMania or to our live show. That's right. We will be back live here on YouTube and over on Twitch. You can, of course, check us out, see how we do. I might do penalty shots. We'll see. But it'll be a good time. We'll tell you the wins, the losses, and what we thought, and all of that. So we'll see you guys back here after, the bell rings in the main event. It'll be good. We'll have thoughts. It'll be a good time. We'll enjoy it. And with that, we'll give you the old sign off. Keep your glass at least half full. There'll be free beer tomorrow, which we might need after night 1 of WrestleMania. And we'll catch you on down that old WrestleMania highway.
The road to WrestleMania. Highway. Tuscan Highway.
Listen, this is why you normally do this. Anyway. It's late. Howard got through this as best he can. We'll see you all later. Bye.